Well, as I gaze out on the cherry blossom trees that are turning lovely shade of orange in mid-November here in Tokyo, I thought maybe I would make the Moves news today about the Gary Moves project and explain a little bit about sort of what goes into it and what my intentions are. Well, I've had a lengthy experience as a training figure skater, and I enjoy the process and the experience. I really enjoy practicing, and I enjoy the challenge of putting myself out there in competitions and exhibitions. But I think it would be a shame if I were to go through everything that I've gone through to develop and come to an understanding of this sport and continue along on the journey without sharing, uh, without leaving some kind of legacy and without creating some kind of platform where I could inspire others to improve their motivation and insight into figure skating. And the Gary Moves title, I kind of like that title. I don't know how I came up with the title originally, but it kind of has three meanings, and the three meanings are all kind of like appropriate. Like I'm quite an active person. Gary does move. I practice my skating every day. I do maintenance on my body. I run. I do many different sports. I keep moving. I don't just sit around. And so Gary moves. And I have, through the years and decades, developed a reputation for being an innovator. And so one of the things that I do on the Gary Moves project is that I show you my moves. Yeah, you can see some Gary moves if you watch my videos. And like I said at the beginning, I want to try to inspire others. I don't want to just show off. I don't want to just impress you with my vast knowledge and commitment to figure skating, but I want to inspire you. I want to move you. So hopefully Gary moves many, many people to embark upon the journey of advancing your knowledge of figure skating. And my approach has been very scientific. My approach has been very mindful. And so I think by being mindful and scientific and logical, you can steepen the learning curve. And you can come to a better understanding of cause and effect so that you can avoid frustration. So there's I can thank Bruce and Sylvia Beacom, my parents, partly for allowing me to do this podcast. They've helped create sort of the financial wherewithal to proceed, to get started on it, and to devote a considerable amount of time and energy and resources and money to the project. So they're both deceased now, but I think they would be very, very proud to know that they have not only been so important at advancing and helping with my career in the younger days, and even still now at helping to advance the sport in general. So thanks, Mom and Dad. And yeah, no. So what I've tried to do in this project, I want to, like I say, like I want to, like, yes, I do have special knowledge in figure skating because of my unique background and commitment and experience, etc., both as a competitive skater at a very high level when I was young and also as a show skater. Um, but I want to encourage debate, and I don't pretend that I know everything. I like people to see my fallibility, and I'm not afraid to make mistakes. And I think that's sort of important, to be, sort of not too much of a perfectionist. Yeah, I strive for perfectionism. I strive in that direction, but I know that it's something that's unachievable. So your understanding that, I don't, just because I've achieved a lot, as far as my abilities as a figure skater, and as far as becoming well known and sort of kind of famous as a figure skater, it's not because I have different genes, or it's not because I have a different color of blood, or anything like that. It's just because of, the experiences that I've had and how I've made the most of them through the years. So I'm glad to see that my channel is growing, quite slowly, but it is growing, and I do appreciate when you help it to grow. Doesn't take much to like, doesn't take much to share, doesn't take much to subscribe. And there's more than that you can do also, because I don't date my videos, because I like them to be timeless. Like even the moves news now, what I'm talking about, it's not really about, so much about, what's happening nowadays. I like to be instructive. I like these videos to be didactic. I like to teach you something in these videos. And so what else you can do to help with the channel, viewers, is that you can try to watch the videos until the end. That helps. And also you can go back in the archives and watch all of the videos that I posted. And there are, I haven't counted them, but maybe there's 150 or so, maybe there's a couple hundred. I started this project. I remember the first video I did was when the cherry blossom trees were at their prime, flowering in the spring. That happens in April here in Japan. And I didn't get around to actually posting that first video for several months. Maybe it was more like, July or August by the time I got around to getting all my ducks in a row to the point where I could start the channel. And I've been pretty consistent at posting 2 videos every week on Fridays and Sundays. And now the Friday video is a skating video, and the Sunday posting is a moves news video that I take here in my studio. And so yeah, go and watch the videos from the past. I try to, when you can tell what's in the video because the title and the comments give you a very good idea of what to expect in the video. The thumbnail is a little bit different. I'm not necessarily trying to tick all the algorithm boxes in my thumbnail. I want the thumbnail to be kind of a work of art and something that arouses curiosity. And so I play around with it. I use an Apple Pencil. Kojiro picks the basic photo out of the video to use as a thumbnail. That's usually how it works. And then I use my Apple Pencil to then write a title, write some kind of script in there too. And it's often, some kind of poetic thing. I delve into my vocabulary, which I like language, and I've done crossword puzzles all my life, and I do a couple of cryptic crossword puzzles every day now, I can delve into my memory banks to find many, many, many different types of words that I can use to rhyme or to create alliterations, or to make the thumbnail interesting. And so I hope you appreciate that. It's something that I enjoy doing. And yeah, so I have Kaz and Ryoko and Kojiro helping me with this project. Kaz does most of the filming, although Ryoko sometimes does the filming. We have quite a good camera and a gimbal, and for both the good camera for traveling, we don't happen to have the camera. Well, mobile phones are pretty good quality nowadays, so we have a gimbal for a smartphone as well that we use sometimes. And so Kaz is pretty good on his skates, and so he can follow me around very easily on the ice. Ryoko also, of course, and they're both quite interested in figure skating and in getting better. And they both compete in competitions, so often they have good questions to ask, the sort of questions that many of you might ask. And Kojiro is a Japanese man who is now living in Australia, and his English is getting better and better because he lives in Australia. I'm sure that helps, and also because he's helping me with my videos. But he's a real good tech guy. He has good ideas, and I hope you agree that he's very good at editing and presenting and uploading these videos. So yeah, now about sharing my secrets. Well, I have this kind of strategy and philosophy in life. I've never been really very protective. I'm very sharing of my insights and knowledge, and I don't consider anything that I learn or know about to be a secret. And I believe that by sharing our advances, that it really helps us to advance. So it's kind of ironically kind of a selfish thing in a way to share your knowledge. When you share your knowledge, that's kind of a way of, I can't prove this, but for me it's kind of a way of staying on the crest of the wave. It's a way for me to advance and develop my knowledge, and I want viewers to make comments, and even to criticize my my ideas that I present. And as a very good example, the video that I posted yesterday on 10 axle mistakes in learning. David, thank you for David Gibson from the Vancouver area, has already replied with a very, very on point response, and he's got me sort of pondering some aspects of what I've said. Sport is not black and white. There's not a right way to do things or a wrong way to do things always. I mean, some things are pretty certain that we can say and all agree on. Other things, other techniques are, they kind of have pluses and minuses, and we want to balance those pluses and minuses and decide on what our technique is, and we don't want to leave too much to chance either in developing our technique. So yeah, I'll look forward to chewing on your comments, Dave, and sending off a reply. And I would encourage others to, and this is another way that you can really help with the channel, is by not only praising me by telling me, oh, that's wonderful, but also by, asking the difficult questions maybe, and creating debate and dialogue. So I definitely do encourage and appreciate that. And now, is there anything else that I need to mention? Yeah, I did mention last week about the concept of light blades. And Benoit mentioned to me, I mentioned that he suggested that he thinks that light blades are not the best, and he's gone back to all steel blades. And I think the jury is still out on that. He really got me thinking about that, because I do notice that on deep edges I have this chattering on my light blades, and I'm wondering if it's because of the light blades. I've been practicing to try to steady that and figure it out, and I think the problem is partly my alignment that I've been working to correct throughout my life. But more recently, I used to have severe pronation, and I still have pronation that I have to fight, and I'm working on trying to improve little by little, getting better on. But I do notice if I really attempt to avoid the pronation and have proper biomechanical bend in my joints, I can stabilize my blade more. So yeah, I want to get back on some steel blades and get to the bottom of this issue. So yeah, always, even after 57 years in figure skating, I'm just intrigued. This is one of the things that keeps me going, is because the more you learn, the more there is to learn, kind of thing. And it's really true. And there's always, I'm always advancing and learning and improving my technique, etc., and sharing it with you. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoy my videos and that you've watched this far all the way to the end. Go and watch my other videos, and share, like, and follow, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Okay, bye for now.